The Thero busts open the door and screams out, "Orc Scorchers!"
Woo!
Oh no! Fuck you! That's what I say to you.
Oh god.
And
I'm
at
mostly doing that for Tackback. I want to see him sweat.
Yeah.
thumbs up.
I just want to say,
Hey,
hey,
dude,
Micah,
Give me-
after the scream, you see
wanna be a
all of them turn around and rush out the door and suddenly rush out of the tavern.
You want to be a scrying man? I wouldn't mind having a second scrying.
Green are awesome.
You are now alone, holding onto a pan, steaming with smoke.
Wait, we ran away too?
No, all of you are in
We're
the
in the
main
other room, I think,
room.
right?
You were not
Oh.
in the kitchen with them.
What are Tater's
Oh.
what did they
questions?
say?
I run after them.
I'm gonna run out there and
Hey, Micah, I think you're good. I think we have other things that are going to be on fire.
I just laugh. Was your cooking that bad?
Yeah. Way to go. Stop cooking.
As you step out of the kitchen, immediately Theory runs into the kitchen and starts going underneath the table.
Who? Wait, what?
The innkeeper goes in there to
Oh,
hide
okay.
past
I was like,
Micah.
the big human? We are effed if he is hiding under the table. We are screwed.
No, the nervous tavern keeper.
Okay, I was like, man, Glyph's going to start pooping his pants again real soon.
That's when you start hearing a bell start ringing outside.
what's going on? What is happening right now?
Apparently, there's orcs coming. We should
yeah,
probably do something about
They're
that.
trying to cook the village.
How many orcs? Like, what is happening?
23.
I'm
23.
not there. I'm running out with the other people.
Okay,
Apparently, the orcs
Like-
smelled how good your food was.
Yeah. They wanted tips.
Lethalist runs out the door.
Are there windows in this place? Like, can I fly up and look out the windows to see if I can see him?
This is a single-story room. There is only two windows near the actual front door.
How many pots
Which
are there
is-
in the kitchen?
You don't know.
No.
They have any tents
Okay,
while we're
what
at
are
it?
you gonna do?
No, it's not happening.
Do you follow Lethala or not? Choose.
I'm gonna follow Lathala.
Everyone else?
I'm
Yeah.
following Zephyr.
Well, we're gonna have to. I mean, if I look around and can't see out the windows, I want to go outside and fly up so I can see if there's anything happening,
Okay.
where they're coming from.
You're going. Okay. The rest of you walk out the door. Zephyr goes up.
I'm going.
Zephyr, for the sake of adrenaline and such, can you do me a favor and roll toughness? I'm just looking for not a botch.
Roll toughness.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. You zip as hard as you can up to the sky above the tavern, and here is what you can see. You are near the eastern edge of the town. Looking back around the town, you see all humans hearing the bell rushing into various houses, which are along the northwest and south ends. There is a human, and the dwarves are all rushing towards the middle of the village to, looks like, protect the livestock and the food. The two humans are rushing out of the main gates and going towards the south, and you can see why, because you can see 3 to 4 riders going towards the south end of the city.
The riders.
Orc Scorchers.
Okay.
They are, you see what seems to be orc-like creatures that you've never seen before. And they are heading towards, they are riding what seems to be very large and beastly looking horses.
Wonderful.
And they're coming from the south?
They are coming from specifically right now the east on the other side of the road. And they are
Oh.
veering towards the south of the city. Reminder, the city has only got a wall that is Vashi stands taller than the wall around the city. To put things in perspective.
Well, let's go help them.
Zephyr, roll perception.
Okay. Perception.
You manage to see a split off group of 3 Scorchers heading towards the north part of the wall that are not being met.
Okay. I yell out a warning. There's more of them. They're coming. They're going north too.
And we assume, like, as our characters, would we know that they're not being met as well?
That's what she said.
Okay.
If you want to make an assumption based on those words,
Right.
feel free.
Well, can't we look and see if there's anybody heading to the north?
You do not have an easy sight of the North group yet from where you're standing. Wait, Lythala, you can roll perception. Sorry, I just thought about your height, and now I know why you're looking at me confused as hell. Alright. There we go. Gotta do it here. Nope. There we go. Okay. Good. Now, your roll, you see them as well. So, with that said, do you go to meet them or assist the humans to the south?
Well, if nobody's going to the north, we should all go to the north and try and fend them off. Because there's lots of humans there, but if they get into the north, then they're going to get into the town. Right, guys?
No. You say something to the rest of us?
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you guys.
By the way, do you
They
fly
got
back
people
down,
going
Zephyr?
south. They
Yeah,
got
I
people
just
going
went up
south,
to kind of scout it out. I'm
but
not.
they don't really have anybody going to the north, and there's.
I'm
nobody-
fine with going to the north then.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would,
they
I would
should.
assume Lythala isn't lying to us.
They
Uh,
should
can-
come to help us when they're done with the people at the south.
So when I fly down, can we? Are there any other people in the town around anymore, or just those two that ran south?
The town looks almost. By the time you are going down, it almost looks like the town is a ghost town, with the exception of the few in the center where the dwarves and such working with the livestock.
Did they hear me yell, or can I tell?
You can't tell as you're going down.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm actually going to ask Fashi. You've got to warn them that there's more coming up from the north, so they're ready.
Okay. Is there anybody nearby? Well, let's see. Okay, on the map, how close are we to like where they're gonna? We assume that they're gonna engage on the north and where the dwarves and everybody else are.
It looks like they'd be engaging. You'd be able to intercept them at the top right corner of the city on the outside of the walls. You are at the out. You are now between the tavern and the gates.
So all right. So we have two. It sounds like two groups. What do we want to do?
Somebody needs to warn them, but
I want to go join the innkeeper under the table.
Yeah,
Oh.
and when I said warn them, I mean just like yell at them because you're an entertainer and much bigger than I am, so you can probably
Yeah, I
yell
mean,
a
if-
lot further.
If I can reach them, yeah. I mean, I'll yell.
You are not. In order for you to yell at them, you will have to approach them and not the ones at the north. Are you going to disengage the ones at the north in order to scream at them well enough?
I think out of character, I think I'm probably better in the fight. Is there someone that's faster maybe that could go warn the dwarves? Do we, out of character, do we even think that the dwarves would even give two rats' butts about what we were doing or what we had to say? Because so far they've pretty much snubbed all of us.
Yeah, not us two. No,
I was
that
about
would-
ready to say the dwarf was talking to me a lot, so I could always go. I mean, I have a high dexterity.
I don't think I can convince anyone to do anything right now.
And then honestly, they seemed more than capable of handling 3 or 4 foes. There seemed to be a lot of dwarves and humans over that way. So I'm thinking out of character, I'm thinking we need to be in that fight to the north.
Why do we assume it's a fight? Are these bad guys? Like, do we know what scorchers are? I don't know what they do. Are they just
Well,
run and raise stuff? Or
With the town freaking out and an alarm bell going off, I would assume that it's a fight.
it's hard to say because based on their behavior, yeah, they're meeting some people, but it looks like a simple like ransack and carry. It doesn't look like you're gonna sack the whole city so much as like steal their shit and run. Otherwise, why would they be running towards the food stock? They're like 3 huge stocky dwarves running towards the food stock and the livestock means they'll probably get raided a lot. As
Right.
opposed to like, oh, they're just coming to kill all the women and children and things. I don't know. Maybe wild orcs do that anyway, but it seems like that this is procedure. You know, they have this
Right.
shit down.
I'm all about the adventure and the story, though.
So-
I'm perfectly. I would love to get into a scrap. I think this would be an awesome
well,
opportunity,
what I mean is, we have a book that's written in Orcish.
right?
Are you kidding?
Well, we don't have to actually get in the fight. I'm thinking we need to be at the north right now. Out of character.
I'm thinking we don't want to ask the Scorchers to decipher our book.
Well, I was asking Jack, like, would we know what
You
Scorchers
literally-
are? Or are we
nothing
just...
whatsoever at this time, unless you
Okay.
want to. I'll tell you this much: if you have a relevant knowledge test, you could always try that.
Maybe
Nope.
relevant. I have heroes and legends.
Yeah.
You could do that one. I would allow that for the question.
Okay.
The question is, what is the question before you roll?
What are the Orc Scorchers? The one I just asked.
Okay. Just
Can I roll again?
I assumed as such, but yeah, I would like you to always ask before the roll. In this case, I'll make the exception. You recognize Orc Scorchers as a term used by people to identify Scorcher tribes on the plains.
That's great.
Orcs are name givers too,
Okay.
and that's all the knowledge you can pull
So
from that
it's
question.
it's a Scorcher tribe.
Yeah, it's a name of a tribe, a raiding tribe of orcs.
Okay, so they are raiders.
At least that's what the heroes and legends tell you.
Right.
Okay.
There are many legends of people fighting off and fending off Scorchers. There are legends of people working with Scorchers. They are a tribe.
Okay.
Or that's what you've learned in legends. Any other questions before you make this choice?
Mm-mm.
All right, what do you do?
Since nobody else is going to do it, I am going to run and tell the dwarves that there's people coming from the north as well. Or there's orcs coming from the north.
Okay. You are running around towards the other end of the tavern then. For that reason, I'm going to throw you over here. Everyone else, what are you doing? Glyph?
I don't
Wait, what?
have the map.
Neither do
Nope, I get it. Nope, I know. I'm asking this before I show the map.
Okay.
Glyph, what are you doing?
I want to go toward the dwarves too, because they seem strong. I like them. I don't want to fight right now.
You don't want to fight right now? Okay.
No.
Good enough. Glyph, I'm moving you over here. Zephyr?
I'm gonna go towards the north and see what
North?
they.
I
see what's
don't.
up.
I don't see this
But-
map.
No, it's not
yeah,
shown yet.
we don't
I'm
specify it.
asking so that I can organize it before we start.
Well,
Zephyr?
actually, should I want to put my little booty things on too.
Okay, then your intent is to go north after the booty things then. Vashi?
Lethala, do you tell us that you're heading off to go warn the dwarves?
I tell you guys that I'm gonna go warn the dwarves, and I will join you in the north when I am done doing that.
All right. We will head off to the north. I'm going under the impression that I may have to have combat, but I'm not going to go in and start swinging if I don't think the situation is needed for that.
I'm going to join Vashi right now with what he's going to do.
All right. So 3 going north, 2 are not going to be part of the combat in the beginning. Got it. Hold on one second. Doing a few final things. All right. Now.
I'm just saying, out of character, that for 2:30 in the morning, this is incredibly stressful.
All right. So here's what it is. Ignore the people in the house. This is a map that if you hit the left mouse button on that little thing in the bottom right and drag, you can move the map to the right.
Pretty cool.
Okay. There are the positions. You have had enough time to fly in this direction, and near the tree that you're standing near, Zephyr, you have prepared your boots.
Okay.
Can I also prepare a little something?
Well, you
Please don't
have
cook again.
you have 4 rounds right now to do what you need.
Okay.
What does Mika do?
Micah
Micah,
wants to swap heat food with flame weapon.
roll retune on the fly. Roll elementalism.
Are you kidding me? Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Nothing wrong.
This really has
If
to be
I
on the fly.
remember, what?
This really has to be on the fly.
Yep, because otherwise you need 10 minutes.
So how long before the orcs attack?
You have
8 minutes.
you have 24 seconds.
Oh god. Well, crap. If I botch this, how many rounds would it take to fix it and do it again?
Do you reattune on the fly or not?
I am, yes.
Are you adding karma?
Yes.
All right, I thought I'd help you on that one. Okay, roll. Elementalism, then your karma die. Go.
Roll elementalism. Oh, thank god.
Karma die?
Nice.
Okay, 11. What's the reattune difficulty?
14.
Okay, next round. Reattune on the fly?
Yep.
Adding karma?
Yep.
Go ahead, get it done.
There you go.
And still using karma though, right?
Yep, you have to use it. There you go. 2 karma down. You have reattuned it. There you go. You got 2 rounds left.
Okay. I'm swapping heat food for flame weapon.
Now, at this point, Zephyr and all of you can move combat movement up to 4 rounds. I'll back up. Zephyr, you're using the time to equip your items. Vashi, where are you moving?
I'm going to. What's that?
Just move where you would like to move.
Okay. Where are the scorchers coming from?
They're coming from the northeast corner, and you predict they will reach the corner of the city that looks like they're going to go along the top wall.
Okay. If I go there, do I have a feeling? Are they riding really close to the wall? Or a ways off?
No, it looks like you will be able to intercept there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I can ambush them at all possible, sure. But if not,
Okay.
then
So does it take 4 rounds for me to put my things on?
I'll give you 1 round of movement. So you can fly
Okay.
1 round, which you can do full movement at that point. So you can go anywhere 16 hexes away. Pretty much anywhere you need, all the way up to Vashi. Where do you want to go, Zephyr?
I think I'm gonna go up by Vashi, but I don't know if I can do it in the same thing, but I want to roll perception and just see what they are. I mean, just because they're
Okay.
riding doesn't necessarily mean
that's
they're
fine.
aggressive.
You don't even need to roll perception in this case. You see all 3 of them. They're on draft horses. They don't have any armor or anything on them. They just look like pack horses. All 3 of them seem to be in torn, almost raggy-like furs, and you think they're wielding pitchforks. You see some weapons at their side, but you can't identify what they are, but they look about the size of either a mace or a short sword. You can't tell.
Okay.
So all 3 of them are wielding pitchforks on their way. Horses are large. You don't see any official saddle or anything structured on their horsebacks. Any other questions while you have it?
Nope, I really just wanted to kind of get an idea of what was going on, whether they were actually aggressive or if it's just like a weird, we don't know what's going on.
It looks like they are moving forward. With you never really seeing an orc before, you can't tell if that's their angry face or happy face.
How did I never see an orc before?
Because orcs were never in your care.
You
Then why
said
did you... Yeah, sorry. I completely thought they were.
That's okay. No, your care only had Scrang, Windlings, Elves, and Dwarves.
you said I had 2 rounds of movement left, correct?
2 rounds of actions and movement, yes.
Okay. I'm using those now.
And what are you doing with your final 2 rounds?
I'm moving.
No, you can do combat movement and do actions on each.
I don't see any combat movement that needs to be done.
No, like you did combat movement.
Okay.
You did 5 each, so you now have 2 other actions if you want to do them.
I have no need for other actions.
Okay, good enough for me. You want a hint, by the way?
What's that?
You could have pre-weaved your spell. All right, now.
Wait, what?
K-Drac, you saw that
Jack.
coming.
What?
Didn't you see that, K-Drac?
Ah, damn it, Jack.
I
But
know.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Revealing. A, B, and C are the Orc Scorchers. They are different sized Orc Scorchers because of the size of their animals. Their intent, just so that there's no confusion. Whoops, sorry, wrong one. Their intent is to move in that general direction. So that's what you know. With that said,
Shite.
declare actions.
I'm going to cast Flame Weapon on Vashi's sword,
Got it.
and I'm going to hold initiative until he draws his sword for that to happen.
Okay, got it. Zephyr?
Oh God, I really want to see if I can slow them down or talk to them somehow. I don't actually want to engage in combat because they haven't done anything aggressive yet,
Okay.
or really.
How are
Just
you going
wanna-
to try and do that?
Trying to think what would not look aggressive on my part. So, I think I'll just try and fly, kind of this way, alongside of them, and hold up my hands and say, "What are you doing? What's going on? Who are you?"
Okay. So you're trying to distract them with conversation and see if you can pull them away that way. Micah, what are you doing? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Vashi, what are you doing?
Drawing the sword and do I feel like they're gonna probably pick us up? I mean, once again, we've never seen these things before, but do you feel like they're gonna come after us? Do I feel that way?
At this time, it doesn't look like they're riding directly at you. That's the only
Right.
thing you can perceive.
All right, I'm readying. I pull out my sword and I'm ready for what I assume is going to be combat. But
Got it.
I know that Zephyr is going to try and diffuse the situation, so I'm kind of holding initiative, I guess, or holding until I see what happens with that. And also, if Micah was prepping spells and stuff, so I'm gonna be more protective of the two teammates.
All right. With that said, let me see what we got going on here. I'm going to roll your initiatives. All right. Orc Scorcher B goes first.
Of course I got
Now.
one. Of course.
You're just doing great this adventure, Micah. I'm just saying.
It's cool. This is gonna be your time to shine.
Yeah.
This-
Three turns from now. It's gonna be
He
good.
rides there. You notice that this one is not necessarily looking in your direction, but did take notice of Zephyr's attempt to wave him off. Zephyr, roll charisma. I'm sorry, first impression.
Roll first impression.
Nice.
I'm down with first impression on this one.
Okay.
That could actually
And
work.
now you said I can't add karma to these.
Because it's a skill, you may not. Discipline talents, you can.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Love me.
Yeah. That
I
sigh
don't know,
was the
that
sigh.
one's close.
That was the sigh of a 9 difficulty.
So he only kind of likes me, like we can be friends and have coffee on the weekend.
Good
That's as far
result.
as I go.
That's good.
Good result, not average.
Okay.
As you start waving him off, he looks obviously in your direction. I'm going to have to put you all on hold for a moment. You can discuss things here in a second. I need to answer to something in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
So consider this a slight break.
Okay.
Very trivial, small size.
So like not I can go potty.
No.
Yeah, you're good to go potty.
Oh, thank God.
Consider it a break for that, okay?
Okay, it's ripping at my inside.
really quick.